Oh, okay. Well, I was muted, so that's good. So, all right. So I'm back. Obviously, that's good. I'm glad I forgot to mute myself. I need a go live button on here. That's silly, James. So, all right. Well, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to finish up this SignalR app that I started earlier. And what I found out was that I didn't rename this host file. It was .sample, and that's obviously no good. So that's problematic. Okay, I'll turn off the zoo camera because all the orangutans are gone. So yeah, that's definitely problematic that I wasn't doing that, but my SignalR stuff is now working. I just need to send it this payload, I guess. Which I need to send it a language code and a user ID. So I think I need to just send it, like, it's so confusing because I don't want to send it dynamic data. I just want to send it as string. Let's go back into my view model over here. So whenever I come in and say select the language, pretty sure I could just do something like, look at it really quick here. Language code and user ID. Language code and user ID. So let's say I do, I guess I could create a, language class. Never know what I want to do here. Let's do a public class using newtonsoft.json. And then let's say we put in a public string language code. Okay. Then we do a public string of client ID. Then we do a JSON property of language code, and then a JSON property of client ID. Cool. So our language code, which from here, I think we are selecting the language code from language codes. SignalR action, where action equals language code equals code. Add group, remove code. So I think, oh, this is the substring. So we get the substring. It's very strange that they do it that way. But all right, so we're fine there. What we can do in our app is we can say var selected, and we'll say new, change the name of this too to select language. Alright, cool. So select the language where our language code will be our selected language, and then the client ID will equal this dot client ID. Because it's lower. All right. So then I do a JSON payload, and we'll say JSON convert. Hey, Luce, how's it going? I know it's late here in the Pacific. I'm probably early. That's why everyone's gone. I was on earlier a few hours ago and I had tons of people, so now everyone is definitely asleep. So they will say selected, And we'll put this here. So hopefully, if I click on that, that should serialize it, and bingo bango should be good to go. Then I think that works. All right, what else can it do? 5 a.m. Oh, yeah, that's it's like it's right in the sweet spot where it's like everyone's putting their kids to bed on the Pacific Coast. East Coast is asleep, and then what time is it? Time in Australia, 2 p.m. So people are working in Australia, and then it's 5 a.m. in the UK. So no good. All right, let me see here. They send this in, language code, ID. I was highlighting some stuff. This is on new caption. That's my stuff. Caption, what else do they do? Okay, languages, to, from. Okay. I'm curious if this will just be it. If I just set the language. Wonder if I can do something like oh yeah, I don't know how to abuse the title. We put like an output title. There we go. And then inside of here we can say, let's do like statuses, because this would be great. Title equals connecting. There we go. Setting language. We can just say receiving. And we'll do here. I'll just say receiving. I wish I could share what I can hear somehow. I'm down on the coast after speaking at the user group. Oh. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's pretty rad. Welcome some more friends to the chat. I know it's a late night.
Hey, friends.
Welcome. We're going to give this a spin and see if it's working. Let's spin up the back end of this. That sounds pretty nice. Little seagulls happening. I like that. So our operations here get called all the time, over and over and over again. Okay. Get our languages back. We get our payloads. Let's see if this actually gets hit. Captions. Oh, I'm also did an npm. I have this view app. I'm supposed to do an npm run serve. But I bet, please hold, that there are some secrets to be had. There are. I don't know where to put these things. Let me see here. Wish you just had a running service. Here we go. Oh. Region. That's funny. I also picked West US. Huh. All right. Where does the... I'm so curious, where does the E for cognitive come in? Like there has to be a cognitive... That's a region API. That all looks good. Where does the... So what happens if I run this? Ooh. I don't know how to do web development. How do I do this? Missing server. Did you mean serve? Oh, yes. npm run serve. View CLI. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. All right, so I'm over here. I'm connected. I'm connecting. I'm connected. Wait. Why is it connecting now? Oh. Connected? Why is it disconnected? Interesting. I keep closing it? No app is currently connected to the Azure service. The server closed the connection with the following error. It's constantly doing stuff, so that's good. So I can get English. I guess that's a good question. Did it? Okay, so now if I have this, and I go into my view model, something strange going on. Put this here, and what if I put captions, select language, put a payload there, then I hit force update. Oh, this is only going to do it if it's connected. Is it constantly connected? Let me just not connect, I guess, and see what happens here. It seems wrong. Something is off in the SignalR connection. I'm way up, I feel blessed. Hey, Will, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for building apps, and thank you for the follow. Let's see here. I really need them to come look at this, but let's see if I can publish this. Ooh. It's like I keep calling negotiate on the back end, which is ideal. And I can say get languages. Getting languages. Long time. I wonder if this breaks the back end. Oh, maybe I hit a breakpoint? Nope. Maybe the back end is down. Spin it up again. Unable to get languages. All right. Okay, so I get the languages, continue, right, and then, ooh, task canceled. Hello. Oh, change, okay, so it goes there, fires off this, change. Got it. So really what should happen here is if select and then select something. Put a breakpoint here, and ideally this will fire off. That works. Right? I could say, okay, languages. Got my languages on my backend function. Then set English here. Boop. JSON should be generic. That looks good. So let's see if that gets sent to my backend. Not get sent to my backend. Identity. Select language. I wonder if I actually have to be connected. SignalR action group. But, oh, what did I do? Put async. It should be post async. That's my bad. So HTTP content, new string content. Cool. Okay, so this should work. Post content. So it was getting a put, not a post. That makes sense. Okay. So it's actually coming in. Yeah, status 404. Got it. Okay. Got to get those puts and posts correct, I guess. So. Wow. Get languages. There we go. But for some reason, like the command line gets like hung up. Cool. So we call this. This gets called. Good. Post async. There we go. This hits it. Boom. Now, did it get it? Tell me. Select language. Anonymously hosted dynamic assembly web. Not contain definition for language code. Did I spell it wrong? I don't know how to send dynamic payloads thing. It's gonna be problematic. Yes, if I send this, it's this. Not do anything? I did not rig up that button. Interesting. Change language. But I did. Join channel. Oh. Not what it is. I'm so confused. Okay, so pass Azure function. Oops. Azure function dynamic from C#. How do I use a binder to perform dynamic bindings in C#? HTTP request, customer detail, dynamic though. Huh. I guess it's not that. I don't understand how to pass a dynamic data. How do I pass parameters in? Why is it dynamic? Dynamic payload. How is it even supposed to understand what that is? Dynamic payload. How does it even know it's dot user ID? Okay, so let's say I come in, I say get languages. So far. Get my languages. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. This thing gets called. What is my payload? File buffering read stream. Length. Position. Be problematic. HTTP trigger dynamic. Begin this payload. Why would you do this to yourself? Dynamic data. Request body. Just don't think that's correct. Be dynamic anywhere else. Because if I open up the JavaScript function, does it just take random stuff? I don't understand why things are random. Like the language, here's my JavaScript. Fonts, the language code, user ID, rec.body. Should call this again. Okay, so local payload. I don't understand why this is. I feel like this is wrong. It should take an HTTP request message. I don't understand why it is not. Should take this in. This is definitely incorrect. And we should be able to read it as I mean, I guess you could give it an pass it like really pass it an object. Like post async HTTP content types. Just pass an object async. So serialize object gets byte. Okay. So all right. So the JSON. Okay, so we get the bytes, we get the byte array content, we say that it's JSON. Maybe that's happy? Because this is saying on this end, it just takes. This is bad. Why would you dot result that? Don't do it. Bring content. Oh, maybe I need to. I could do that, I guess. String content Unicode oh, I'm not running the client anymore. All right, let's try this again. The function. Okay, it's running. Come on. Again. Go. Oh boy. JSON back. On. Go. All right, so now okay, that actually worked. Oh, cool. Wow. Language code to string is en. Wow, nice. This is live. Of course it's all happening live. It's all happening live on the internet. So that goes. Now this thing is not going to work because wait, why is my user ID? User ID. Oh, the user ID. Oh, okay. User ID, client ID. All right. So stop this. This is good. And then what I can do is I could take this. I can say refactor method, and I'll say to content. Gate object. Rename, I'll say item. Oops. All right, cool. All right, that's good. On my way to work. Nice. Nice. Well, have fun at work. I don't know where you're from, where you're at, but late night here, so late night coding over here. So, all right, so let's do this. So it's not actually the client ID. It is the rename user ID. And then here in our model, the select language thing, we're gonna call this rename user ID. Let's be user ID. Cool. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to figure out how and why in my view model. We take this, we have our hub connection, which calls our base API. So if we look at the view code, so it will start, connection.start. What is that? Maybe it doesn't need to connect. Maybe it just needs to start. What does start do? Starts a connection to the server. So I don't need to. All right, so I don't need to connect. I need to start. Ah, interesting. Oh no, I do start async. Okay. So I start and I say connection started. Whenever that comes in. 6:30 a.m. Oh, Holland. Hello from Holland. Nice. Bright and early. I like that. It's usually I'm in at about, I try to leave for work around 6:40 or so, I think is what I usually try to do. So not bad. Okay. So I come in here and I do what? This should work. SignalR group actions. They're going to add or remove it. Select the language. Add that user. Grab the language code. Okay. Oh, it goes through and it adds or removes everyone from that language code. Okay, so here we will set a key, offset, and we'll get it. Captions, post. Payload comes down, and we get a new caption with arguments of caption. So actually I have no idea what I'm going to get, but that's intriguing. So what we need to do is understand why this comes in, connection info, post gets hit, says it's connected. Maybe we never have to, maybe it auto disconnects. Oh, interesting. This is interesting. So you don't have to handle this. I see. Yeah, you don't have to handle that because it's working there. Okay, so let's see if we can get the view app working. What's running? Let's see. Okay. So in this instance, we can run this app. And oh, here we go. Host a captioning session. So I need to put a key in here. All right, let me go grab that key. Grabbing a key. That's a that's a easy, interesting way to do it, I guess. Just grab the key. And then I guess I'll hit start. Look at this beautiful app. Oh, this is definitely attempting to call my SignalR stuff, which is not running. Let's run this. Oh, and this isn't going to connect either. Everything magically has to everything magically has to be working, I assume. Like, it's all working. So if I refresh this, there we go, ENUS, hit start while you use your microphone. So this is my microphone. And then what we want to do here, get languages. Okay. I like that it's gonna type exactly what I say. Oh, so I hit a breakpoint. Perfect. Okay, so now at this point, what we thought that we would get is some output on the screen. But my assumption is that it is not hitting this. Because it doesn't know what to do. Hit the debug button here. But that's really funny, actually. Be great. So this CaptionR is listening to my microphone as I talk. So I have this microphone plugged into both computers at the same time. So I wonder if I just get a string back or something. Get language. So then I should be able to talk. Should send it my way. So that view app is hitting this app. So this should hit a breakpoint, I believe. No? Yes? Why isn't this hitting a breakpoint? Okay, so we hit a breakpoint, and then what we get all the languages back. This just fires stuff out. Oh, interesting. So we get a message that has a new key, group name, en offset. I don't know what the offset is. So that viewers. Okay. I guess what I can do is make sure that it actually connected. I mean, it must have connected because it's here. But then it says disconnected. Okay, so let's double check this. Starts a connection. Connection started. API / this client code. Let's double check this. I come in, I connect to API base / user ID, which is a unique GUID. And then on new caption, I'm binding this thing, which gives me a constant map, captions map, where I push on to caption. I think that it sends it in slices over, and then you just need to grab them. And then looks fine. And here, when I say get languages, have a language, perfect. This is the same code, right? Yeah. So I can select language, got it. Here's where I parse it. All right, why isn't it coming in? New SignalR method. This comes here. My user ID, got it. That looks good. My language code is the group name of EN. Ooh, I wonder if... Definitely it. I'm gonna say, I wonder if when I tap on this, that does something else in the app. Where's my view app at? Oh, I have to be active. That's interesting. E is EN. Okay, okay. It sends those all off. My app should respond to it. Huh. I wonder if I do have to keep connecting. I mean, this thing in the background, I look at the view. Look at the view app. There's constants. There's a base API. It's talking to local. 70 cognitive API West US. Oh, it's talking locally to it. The only thing I can think of is that it doesn't know how to accept the message from SignalR target. Let me double check. I did this in the Hanselman, or not the Hanselman, but in this. So on string. Oh, maybe it only receives strings. That could be it. Maybe it doesn't know what to do with the non-string. I think that might be it. But let us. And then I probably have to deserialize that string. Just assuming that that's what the takes a string that takes. Okay, try this again here. If I go back to my app, which is just sitting here. That's funny. This would be the in language. Right. Connect. Connected. All right. So this should be good. Okay, so now it should be taking in this stuff, but it's not. So the next thing to try will be, I wonder if it is disconnecting like crazy, and I want to know why, I guess. My thinking, I'm gonna sit down. I gotta sit down for this one. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this comes here and it does a negotiate. All right, so then I get a language. See, it just kind of wants to keep. This disconnect because the server closed the connection with the following. No app server is currently connected to the Azure service. How to debug. locked here. Okay. So, just keep connecting, I guess. This is what was happening before. Just kind of sitting here and kept connecting over and over and over again. But if I did that, then I guess it should maybe come through. Maybe. All right, how about now? It still doesn't want to come through, but why? Yeah, it's very strange because I keep calling this code caption info. Like it's good, right? So it's connected. Keeps calling it over and over. Huh. Wonder if it has something to do with the Android host IP. No, it doesn't make it. It'll just sit here over and over and over again, and it will never like stay connected. Why would that be? That's bad, I assume. Or it's like never being called. That could be the other thing. So I see no messages or connections coming in. So that's positive. So it's as if we would see something here, you know what I mean? Missing something? I'm missing something. That's working. That's just doing the translations internally. So I think that didn't do something. Only thing I can think of is that here I'm doing something wrong. Fill in the SignalR service connection string. Curious if let's see. My assumption is maybe I have the wrong setting set. Sure. What is it? Let me do one thing here. Let me be here. So if I go into my, I want to see what it is. I bet my stuff is configured wrong. So, how to create a chat room? This is not what I. Azure function CR. Yes. Well, it's not creating a connection to the Azure function, though. Where's the code? Serverless. Interest. I don't know what the default mode is. Switch on serverless mode if the application doesn't have a backend. Note that toggling serverless mode, the SignalR will be restarted. Did not read that. That could be the issue. Am I still debugging this? I am. Connects to it. All right, so what if I start talking now? And let's break down both of these. Because what he has, he never has it disconnect or reconnect on closed. Now it's serverless. Negotiate. Okay. So our app is here. Okay. I guess maybe if it goes. This may not be a string though. Maybe this is an object still. It doesn't know how to map it to something. That could be it. To get languages. Oh, it's still connecting. Definitely connected. Okay. Okay, then I come back over here. Nothing. Kind of curious if I can look at my hub connection. State disconnected.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Entity Adam, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I am relatively confused as to why this still doesn't work. This doesn't help me if I come in and I say, where's all my hub stuff at? Well, like view stuff. It doesn't help me. On close. Disconnected. Connect. Start. Data ready. Then catch error. Definitely doesn't help me very much. I feel like I'm very close, right? Like we have a hub connection, we build it. Configure logging. It takes in an action of iLogger building. Also not helpful. Samples. Code sample. Serverlet. Frustrating. Hub connection signal. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, there you go. Oh, nice. Some streams. Yeah, right now I'm trying to figure out SignalR. It's very upsetting right now. This definitely is not connecting. Ah. Oh, no, there was a connection. That's good. Do you have any links to good streams that run? So, well, there's Clancy, David Ortnow, Xamarin team. We have a list somewhere. I think in the Slack channel live coders, there's a internal doc that has all the coders stuff in there. But yeah, Clancy, David Ortnow, me. Yeah, the Xamarin Forms team.
Way up, I feel blessed.
For Navarro, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. And my frustration, as you can all see. I don't understand. I get languages. There you go. See more people. All right. So this is here. All right. He's gonna have to help me with this. I don't know. I feel like here, I go back into the app, I start it up, and then it should send the messages. I think that it's like not even sending the messages to me. Yeah, this is correct. SignalR connection info. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Access token factory. Connection info. What is that? Curious if you need to do something here. This thing. Stop that. So here, did this do anything? No. There was connections. There's one connection. I don't know where it came from, but it was there. Okay, so curious. Let's see here. This also takes in a not a transport type. Connection options. Option. Feel as if that page that was just literally on. This said that I could connection info.access. Where does that come from? Oh, interesting. Does not seem like what I need it to do. Oh, geez. Like, does it need this stuff? Copy this in there, I guess. Hey, how's it going? We're getting closer. Let's see. Add some new class. Call it utils. Server utils. Guess we don't have those. What I'm doing is I am porting this app that is called CaptionR. So it's a website. So I have it running here. And what it does is takes in my, show you what it's doing. Is it's taking in my microphone input, and then it is going to output it to actually I don't know if this is going to work. This is probably There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So if this is working, which apparently it's not because it's not sending the messages across, it should output the stuff over here on this machine. But something is not configured correctly. Because in the demo, what it should do is do something like this where one computer is listening and one's outputting stuff over here. But it's not working. And I think it's because if I look at my Azure connections, nothing is, well, something is connecting to it. But apparently not the thing that, oh, there we go. Oh, it is working. Okay. That's interesting. I'll just scroll down. So yeah. Okay. So that is connecting. I'm curious if the problem ends up being that inside of this app here, what ends up, okay, cool. I like the App Center team. The Eggman, thy Eggman. Da-da-da-da. So I'm trying to port this to mobile, and we're very close. And I'll put it in App Center. That'll be the way to do it. I'll stop listening here. My fear that if I look at the code from the server, which is here inside of options, we can see that I have, it just gets a new SignalR message with like these arguments, which is like a string array of caption, which is a dynamic data, and that's problematic. Because it takes in dynamic data, and if I come here and start, so now this will hit this breakpoint of this Azure function. This offset, which is on my payload, is going to be a who knows what it is first. Oh, nice. Look it up. We get a new caption, and the caption is JToken crate offset. Text and text. Value of 40,000. An integer. Okay, so like I know that this is working, and my fear in the mobile app, now that I know that it is actually working, I guess I shouldn't need this JToken then, because it doesn't do that in the web. Like it just doesn't do it. What we do is should just connect to this API, should build. My fear is that I don't know what's coming into this because it's dynamic data. Thanks. Thanks, Eggman. I appreciate that. So we're getting closer. It does connect to the back end. Maybe I have to configure something. Okay. Oh, keep alive for C# client. This is a long time ago. Let's see. I wonder if there's if I look at the Java client, if that's doing anything different. That would be interesting. There's a Java client. The Java client, which is, hey buddy, how's it going? We're back on this code. And we're so close because it works in the browser. Oh, this is the Java function. Gosh darn it. Ah. Does it just take a SignalR message? Yeah, so I don't know what the problem is. I wonder, so I was looking at the .NET backend, right? So it adds SignalR message. I would have imagined that I get there's only one client, which is the Vue client, which I don't understand the JavaScripts. I am still working on Microsoft, Ray. Yep, I'm literally wearing the t-shirt right now. Guess you can't see me, this is a little low. Yeah, I'm on the Xamarin team at the Microsofts. All right, so we connect, and I know we connect over here. And I can say get language, and then I get the languages, and I automatically do stuff. Cool. Connected. I'm busy. Grab the languages from the server. Got them. And then if I start talking over here, oops. This should start to output text, question mark. Did I go past my free tier? What's going on here? Oh. This is still running. Huh. Was working. Crush it maybe. It's a live caption application. Oh, we got it. We got it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh, it takes in an object, and that object is dynamic. Is it a string? What is it? It's a generic object. It's a Newtonsoft.
Nothing is impossible.
Okay, so how do I convert this thing? Can I convert this to an object? That's a link J object. It's a thingy. J dinger. It's a J dinger. You know what I could do here is I could probably do. Yeah. So what the app does, by the way, is this. It's reading in my voice right now, and then over here, this is communicating to an Azure function that then outputs it over here to this other browser that's joining it, and our goal is to object T on J. Oh. Okay, let me stop that. I want to do it on the mobile device. Cool. Yes. Okay, so we know that now our mobile app is getting an object, but it's getting specifically that J object back. Which is fine. And you're saying, bar, and I'll say full caption equals caption dot to object. I've never used that because this is going to be a caption. Whoa. And then here we get this. So the caption has the language, it has the text on it. Now, full caption. All right, now, so there's the thingy though, okay? We're not out of the woodwork yet. Here's my problem. Is I need to figure out what this offset thing is. I'm so confused. So he has this code, and I'm bad at JavaScript. He has this map. Here, let me zoom in here. If anyone knows the JavaScript, I'm so freaking confused. Why not build your own app and make tons of money? I build my own apps. I ship my own apps. I haven't made tons of money yet. Okay, so it looks like he has a local caption. There's an offset. I don't understand. Span of T. It may be. I don't understand what this is. It's a captions map. Like, what is that? What is that? Come on, JavaScript. Like, what even is that? I don't know what it is. Like, what is that thing? It's a dictionary. You're a dictionary. And is the offset the... It's a constant empty object. It's true. That's literally what it says.
This is enough to scare me to go update my LinkedIn profile and look for another job.
So offset has the sentence number. So if I look at the view app, there is a view that is the host, and we could actually see what it's going to send here. So as it reads it in, it is going to... It posts the caption and the translations. And my assumption is that it calls the backend code here with the caption. The payload has an offset. And my assumption here is that the captions.translations. So what it does is it sends off the translations to the back end, and the translations has an offset associated with it. So the real question ends up like, how do I map this to C#? Span of T. Does span of T work in Xamarin? I don't know. I don't know if it's baked in yet. I don't think it's done yet. I don't even know how to use span of T. It looks like we did do it. Well, how would I even use Spanity? Is there a NuGet package for it? I think maybe outputs. Huh. That would be my goal. Yeah, so this function here my assumption is this is a what are captions? Captions is an array. Local caption. Caption.text. Yeah, because I want to put that code or some similar code into here, right? So this happens here. And I could do something like, okay, so let's say just run this app again. Here. Okay, so here. So here we can, this would just be whatever text it's passing me, which I know is not correct because and connect. Connected, I get the languages. Set the language. Ba-doop. So now if I go here into here, here, and I start it up, now it should just kind of continue to work. Oh, all right, that should just work then. That's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Ah, mind blown. Ah. Whoa, that is all right. That's super rad. I have no idea why and how that works, but all I know is that it's totally working, and that's super crazy awesome. Ah, SignalR. Oh my goodness. Woo. Wow, that's interesting. No, like I literally, it just passes me the whole string every time that I actually need it. So there's actually nothing I need to do. I have no idea why he's doing all that shenanigans. It actually got shenanigans. All right, I have to do a Camtasia here. That's what I thought, but if you look at this, blah blah blah, and then if it can, but then see it updates automatically. So I can tell that it's struggling when it sends a bunch of stuff, but at the same time, it's totally working. Camtasia, struggle bus. Yeah, I don't know. I can definitely... Seems unnecessary. No, it did not let you go back and view history at all. All right, here we go. We are going to use CaptionR with our brand new Xamarin client that will be connected to the captioning session and get live translation. So here we're going to query the server for languages, start up our View app, which will be listening to me in the browser. Of course, it stops listening to me in the browser. And it should be listening to me in the browser. And over inside of my Xamarin application, I get everything Xamarin application. There we go in the Xamarin application. It updates in real time. I can also change the languages here. And go ahead and let's say AO. And this will go ahead and query the backend now to return Korean here in this instance. Or I can come in and let's do Spanish. And now we should have Spanish translations from English onto my mobile device. Which is pretty awesome. SignalR. Perfect. Yeah, pretty cool. Did it. All right, so here what we need to do is cut this. This is how you make things look good. Split selected. Here. Split selected. Delete. Go ahead and separate audio, separate audio. We'll mix that to mono, mix that to mono. Import this, and then what we'll do is we will, can't change the audio. That's good, that's enough time for it. Local file, custom production, MP4. Hide that, size, keep video settings, 74. Noise. We'll say signal CaptionR. Bam. There you go. Jam that follow button. Give those bits. Give those subs. All to charity, anyways. You can jam that follow button if you like all this goodness that's happening right now. As I export this and then tweet it out in a rage. This is great. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. So now that's what's happening. That's pretty flipping cool. I can start this back up again. And I think the View app, maybe when you start and stop, has some problems coming back in. So I bet if I do this again, what's cool is that if you were to, I think this is probably locked up again. I'm curious how many free translations I get too out of the whole thing. Yeah, it's funny because yeah, it just does that offload. I don't know. Maybe the offload does it smoother, perhaps. That could be a possibility. Very interesting. Something must have my microphone locked, perhaps. Looks okay. But my machine is really upset at me, most likely. I'm processing this, and it's probably taking up all of my resources and locking assets, perhaps. Gotta export that video. Should listen to it. There we go. Let's see if this works. That's cool. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, cool. So that is good. Now, that out. I'm kind of curious why this thing stopped. I assume that something. Well, there we go. It probably like the app was doing it. Oh, now I can speak to all my friends in French. Now the next thing is to reverse it, which is to allow the Xamarin application to do the audio sending. So do this part of it here over there, which would be really cool. I wonder if he uses some of the bits to smooth it or something. But what we can do here is we could do localhost 8000. And we should be able to join. And then what you could do here is you could see if the Xamarin app and the other application, these are just scrolling because he has the font so large. There you go, better. Oh, I think there is a history. That's probably what it is. So each offset has the history in it. And then you push on the new offset onto the bottom. You are correct. It did have the history on it. So that's probably what the offset is being used for. I'll have to validate with him, but I think that makes sense. And then I guess what you would do is you would loop through all of the items and then push them over. Translating in real time. Boom. That was crazy. All right, cool. That is awesome. So the history part will be next. That can definitely be done. Stop that. Not use all my credits. Stop the server. We can tear it down. Shut that down. Push this code up. And we want... Nice. Then we can come over to Twitter. Here, we can see our Xamarin tree. Damn. Just Recorded. John. Yeah. About 4 hours total. Then we can put in a video, desktop, CaptionR. I left that in there. Bam. You CC at Brady at Cecil Weiss. Nice, 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 nice. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. I know everyone's probably dropping off because it's super late. I am ready to go to bed. And I'm super happy that we all got this working in this magical world of real-time translations. That's craziness. That is crazy. Get this tweet out. Nice. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining in on this stream. Hope that you enjoyed it. And yes, we did prove that it is true.
Nothing is impossible.
All right. I'll see everyone on Friday when I stream my normal time, 2 p.m. Have a great night.